All right.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
2025 has had many unpopular opinions that really just shows what many people are thinking and what so many people aren't thinking. Some opinions seem interesting enough to actually start up a conversation around them, while others make you wonder if the person who made the opinion is weird or just a Diddy enthusiast. From the good to the bad to the ugly, these are the top 10 unpopular opinions of 2025. And to answer your question, yes, I bought a dinner jacket for this video. Yes, I'm spending New Year's Eve alone in my room. And yes, it's 8 inches. But I digress, okay? Let's get right into the video. So the 10th unpopular opinion of this year was maybe some kids should get left behind. No Child Left Behind, or Every Student Succeeds as it's now called, seems to still allow for very low thresholds and standards for kids to move forward to the level of education when they are, to put it bluntly, not at that level of progression. Seeing these young adults struggle with basic math and spelling that should have started in early elementary curriculums, yet somehow they made it through another 5 or 6 grades of schooling and graduated, in some cases, is doing the said child no favors. Okay, so I don't think this is an unpopular opinion at all. I mean, I think everyone kind of has that same opinion when it comes to this, right? Like the No Child Left Behind Act. I'm not gonna lie, when I first read it, I thought it was talking about, like, you know, like fat people, kind of like, oh, if we're on a trail and there's a bear, you know, leave the fat one at the back so that way you have a higher chance to survive, whatever. This is obviously not about that, right? This is about, you know, kids being left behind in education. So I can go on and on about education, but I won't. I will just say this. It is not doing any kids favors by passing them when they should be held back. I feel like it is, you know, counterintuitive. That it's just kind of like, oh, let's just pass this guy and just have him be the next teacher's problem, and it just kind of goes on from there to the next teacher to the next teacher. And it's funny because you look at some kids in high school, like, dude, there's these kids in my high school that will just smoke weed and fight in the bathroom and all that shit, maybe butt fuck each other, right? And I looked at it, I'm like, dude, how the hell did you pass? Like, there is no way I have no idea how the hell you moved to the next grade. Well, in reality, they just didn't care, and they're just like, yeah, he's just someone else's problem.
If you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is that hole?
It's about like 20 feet.
I will say this as well. It can be the student's issue on why he is not progressing as the other students or why he's not doing good in school. It can be the student's fault for sure. But also just think like household and family and parents. That is another big part of kids and education that can be can cause so many issues. You know, if you are not on your kid's ass through his schooling, then for sure that can be another problem. That can also be the reason why your kid is not doing good in school. But yeah, this was the 10th unpopular opinion, and I'd love to hear what you guys think. All right, so the 9th unpopular opinion is night showers are the only showers that actually matter. If you only shower in the morning, you're literally going to bed every night covered in the filth of the day before. Dirt from your commute, sweat from the gym, germs from touching everything in public spaces, all of that is now your sheets and pillow. Congrats, you're marinating it in. Oh, God damn, bro. Showering at night actually makes way more sense for hygiene. You go to bed clean, your sheets stay fresh longer, and you're not dragging the day's mess into the place you rest. Morning showers, in comparison, feel like more of a ritual or a wake me up thing. Of course, if you want to do both, fine, but if you're only going to choose one, it should be the night shower, because that's the one that actually keeps you and your bed clean. Okay, so this opinion I feel like is not really a big deal or a big issue. You know, it's really just, you know, shower whenever you feel dirty, shower whenever that booty hole is starting to stench, like, god damn, for sure. Me personally, whenever I shower, I do shower in the night, or honestly, I just kind of shower whenever I feel like really dirty and I want to get in my bed or just kind of get more comfy. That's when I'll shower. So it'll be anytime after work, really, or I'm just kind of walking around because I'm a server, so I'm getting a bit sweaty. It'll be that, or just when I've just been out and about. Honestly, it's just really when I truly feel dirty, that's when I take a shower. But like if it's just like a kind of an average day, then yeah, I'll just kind of do everything I need to do, and then I'll shower right before I go to bed. It's kind of crazy to me how this is like the 9th unpopular opinion of the year. It's about like night showers when I'm like, okay, I don't know. Maybe people hate night showers or something, but I just think it's kind of interesting how this is pretty high up there. I feel like there's some better ones, but The eighth unpopular opinion is VR is dead and no one wants to admit it. The hype wave came and went, and now we're left in a handful of novelty games that barely justify the hardware. The killer app never arrived. Most VR games are glorified minigames, ports, or gimmicks. Even titles like H.O. Alex couldn't push the medium beyond its niche. It's been years and nothing has come close since. AAA support is non-existent and most indie devs have moved on. Okay, so obviously, these opinions, I've talked about them in other videos that you guys should see, but no, you guys are just watching this compilation, which is fine. It's cool, whatever. I already mentioned about V because this is pretty recent. What the fuck? It's 6 months ago? God damn, am I tripping? Thought it was recent. Damn, I'm high. I could have sworn I talked about this recently. Whatever. Anyway, VR right now, I wouldn't say it's dead. I mean, hell, dude, there's a whole bunch of kids that are on VR, dude. Like, I don't know. I remember I used my brother's Quest for like this Five Nights at Freddy's thing, whatever. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Dude, it was just nonstop kids just screaming in my ear, bro. Oh, why is daddy beating mommy? Man, shut the fuck. Yeah, I think kids are using VR a lot. And hell, dude, even adults are using VR a lot, if you know what I mean. They're using it for one specific site, one specific, you know what I mean. So I think VR is alive in that regard. But right now, I think they just need to perfect it for sure. Once see like the racing sims or like the flight sims or just kind of like, I don't know, fucking Epstein Island sims. Whenever those get popularized, then I feel like that's when VR is really gonna take that jump. But right now, I think we're just waiting for the technology to get like super good or just way better. Just for sure take that next step. I think that's what we're really waiting for. So this one I will honestly disagree with. The seventh most unpopular opinion of the year was we went too hard on Karens. No one likes a Karen, I get it, but the wide strokes we went to discourage Karen behavior also took out the beneficial Karen adjacent niche of person who speaks up when someone's watching a TV show with no headphones on airplanes or public transportation, like a dolphin caught in a tuna net. For fear of being labeled a Karen, no one wants to engage and maintain order, and we are all a little worse off for it. We have no one left to defend us, and the social contract is crumbling. Okay, so this person deleted their post obviously because they couldn't handle the heat. And like I always say, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the fucking heat. Okay, so I'm going to disagree on this one because a Karen to me is someone who goes off on like a worker when she is dead wrong, or she's just kind of defending herself or just acting as if the customer is always right when they're not at all. So that to me is a Karen, or just someone who just kind of turns something and turns nothing into something. Like where they just make a big deal out of such a minor issue or minor thing that happened to them, where it's like, oh, I didn't ask for sauce and you gave me sauce. Like, there's some girls that are just like that. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna disagree with this because a Karen is just someone who just doesn't care about other people or is just rude. You can ask if something's wrong, go for it, complain about it, but just don't be a bad person about it. Don't be rude. Don't be mean. There's proper ways to talk to a person, and a Karen is not someone who does that.
You knew? I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen. You knew. This means too much to me. You knew. You motherfucker!
It's fine to complain about something as long as you're civil about it. That's really it. If you're scared you're going to be labeled a Karen, I think that just shows that you don't know how to handle that situation. So I am going to disagree with this one. The sixth unpopular opinion of the year is the don't talk to me until I've had my coffee types are insufferable. Congratulations on making your caffeine addiction your personality. I hate to break it, but if you think drinking your hot bean juice as soon as you get out of bed will stop you from being a pain in the ass to coexist with, then odds are you are already miserable to begin with. Drink some water, go on a walk, do something other than chugging a Colombian laxative and making it other people's problems when you can't get your grumpy mitts on it immediately. Tea's better anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna start like this. It seems to me like this guy has some sort of vendetta against like coffee drinkers. I don't know if maybe he got touched by coffee when he was a little kid. I don't know if maybe his girl left him for a Starbucks manager or something like that. But yeah, this guy clearly, yeah, I mean, he finds him insufferable.
Coffee.
Ah, cool, a contract. Let's sign it.
Coffee.
Whatever. I think this is just code for like, don't talk to me until I get settled in the morning. That's really it. I know some people don't like to be kind of I would just say interactive with people right when they wake up, right when they get into work, they want to clock in, settle down, get everything ready, and then start interacting with people. I think that's what it really is. I don't think, maybe some people are literal in that sense where it's like, oh, don't talk to me until I have my coffee. There are some people who like have to have their coffee for sure. But I mean, to me, I'm kind of just taking it as, don't talk to me until I just kind of settle in and got comfortable. But yeah. So I will disagree with this opinion for sure. All right, and now we're on to the last half of the top 10. This is the 5th unpopular opinion of the year, which was, after 24 years, it is past time to reevaluate our post 9/11 TSA screening rules and demand evidence that they are working. I mean, seriously, we are still having people remove their shoes and take liquids out of their bags. We have had scant little proof that the current screening methods are having any specific impact. I just keep hearing, well, they must be working because nothing bad has happened. Okay, so I can agree to what this person is saying. I think they've actually conducted research and have said that about 70 or like 90% of them actually fail. Like all TSA screenings, they actually fail their test, which is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, there's sometimes, like, there's been some airports where they just make me feel dumb as fuck sometimes, or like they don't explain everything. I could go to like one airport and I'll be getting butt ass naked, bro. Like I'll be going down, I'll be taking everything off, getting my shit down to my cheeks, bro, and they'll screaming and I can go to the next one and then they'll be like, all right, you don't need just take off your jacket and that's it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I just showed my bare cheeks at the last airport and like this one I'm just okay, cool.
Just you and me now. I'm gonna touch you. Alright, dude. What the flip?
Some of them, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, sometimes I do get nervous, or like, I just get excited, because I'm like, dude, where the fuck do I go, and then what am I supposed to do? Because sometimes they barely tell you anything, they make you feel like a dumbass. They're like, one bag in the box, put the thing over here, and then come on this side, and like, let me pat you down, okay, oh, my boy, dude, oh my god, I can go on about this. I remember, okay, we were flying back from Denver to home, and one of my boys got pulled out to the side after the little screen thing, and then they're filling up his fucking balls. We're my boy, bro. They're all up in that shit though. I'm not gonna lie, he got lucky though. I wish that was me.
Yeah, that brother's stuff.
But yeah, dude, I remember they were like touching him, they're feeling him, all that stuff. He's like each sack, it's going in. He's like shit like that. God, he got touched like a motherfucker. Damn. I really wish that was me though. Yeah, that's bro. Anyway, yeah. So the screenings are pretty crazy. It's pretty wild, just how it is and how it works. But I can agree. I will say this though, like, I mean, I feel like they kind of have worked for sure. Probably, at least I'm assuming that maybe they've kind of stopped a few bad stuff. But then again though, dude, I remember one time. Oh my god, I'm gonna keep going on about this, right? I remember one time I was flying to New York with my sister, and my bag got pulled to like the contraband area, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even have anything bad, bro. They take out my Old Spice can, and she threw that shit away. Like, at least give me a spray before you throw that away. Like, damn, I couldn't even get one. I kind of smelled like ass that day too. But it's like she threw that shit away, and I was like, fuck, bro, my fucking $7 Old Spice can. But anyway, yeah, this is I can agree with this one for sure. The 4th unpopular opinion of the year was, we should own cars until it dies and let the industry suffer. I'm not gonna read the whole thing this time. I'm just gonna show you guys, and yeah, I can agree. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It to me makes sense. Seems like a rational idea. Use a car until it's about to die, until the wheels fall off, until the fat lady sings, right? So I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. I mean, it makes sense. Some people have a car that they will maintain for a long time, and then there's plenty of people that just buy old used cars, and then some of them are actually held up pretty well to this day for sure. Yeah, this one's pretty simple, pretty rational. I don't know what to say. I agree. Oof, and here we are. These are the top 3 unpopular opinions of 2025. Let's get into it. So coming in at number 3 is, people who close window blinds on airplanes have lost the joy of living. Brother, just get the window seat, dog. By default, you should keep the window shades open so your roommates can see out the window and the miracle of human flight. People can request it closed if they want to nap, and it can be lowered if the glare is intense, but otherwise, I judge the shit out of you for closing the blind for ignoring how cool it is to look out the window in an airplane. What the okay, hold on. This person says I judge the shit out of you for dude, chill out, bro. It's just a window. Just get the window seat, bro. Just get there faster. Pay for something, bro. Just get the window seat if you want it that bad. I don't think it's like, I don't know. Yeah, like you're making, this dude's making such a big old deal out of nothing. Like, it's, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. It's just a window seat, bro. Like, goddamn. I can understand why this is unpopular, because this is just like, bro, what? Man, this guy needs to chill. So, this one will be an unpopular opinion for sure from me. Bro gets hella salty when someone gatekeeps an airplane window, like, damn. Coming in at number 2, we have being late is disgustingly normalized among friends. Less so for work and such, more so among friends. It seems like most friend groups always have a handful of people who would just show up 15 to 30 minutes late to hang out. I find it incredibly disrespectful, mainly when they are consistently late. I think it's more normalized among friends because it's not professional in any way. Whenever I speak up and try to call them out for being consistently late and inconsiderate, it's casually brushed away. I can't fathom the idea of being late to anything, and am always apologetic on the rare occasions I am. Okay, so this may be unpopular, but I actually agree, and I can see where this person's coming from. Whenever I hang out with my group of friends, I'm not gonna lie, even sometimes I'm late, and it's always just kind of like, I feel like when we make plans with someone, or just when I make plans with my friends, I'll set a time, I'll say 6 p.m. I'm like, hey guys, let's meet here at 6 p.m. I feel like that's in their head. All right, 6 p.m. bet. That's when I'm gonna start getting ready. It's like, what the fuck? Oh my god. There's been countless times where I have been to a certain restaurant. Like, that's most of the time when we hang out. We'll just meet up someplace to eat. I'll set the time and date, and I'll be there on time, and then I have to wait like 20 minutes for them to get there. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Yeah, like, there's so many instances where a lot of times my friends will show up late, and it's just kind of normal. And I feel like that is normalized. Like, I see exactly where this person's coming from. There's been countless friend groups where, yeah, people just show up late. I feel like we'll do an example time at like 6:30 or 7:30 or whatever, and it's like everyone in their right mind is just saying, okay, I'm gonna just show up fucking later. It's like, what? Damn, bro. Like, at least, I don't know, like, at least show up 5 minutes early or 5 minutes late. Like, at least be close. But no, dude.
Our cries for help.
Right, this guy was raping us.
Well, what?
He was raping you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Some people are like 30 minutes late, and it's crazy. God damn, bro. Like, this is my son's birth. No, I was kidding. No, but yeah, I guess this person does have a point, right? I think it's just normalized because it's a group of friends, so you're not supposed to take it too serious. So it's not like you're really doing something where everyone has to be on time, But I do think that it is pretty normalized how we're just sometimes, or at least most of the times, my friends will show up pretty fucking late, and it gets kind of annoying. But I will say this, I kind of do the same sometimes, so I can't be too mad about it. But yeah, I would agree with this opinion for sure. All right, and here it is. The number 1 unpopular opinion of 2025 is dogs are extremely unpleasant. And I know. Something like that. You see that? You're like, holy shit. This is it. We found Hitler. No, I was kidding. But remember, we like to hear people out. We like to see where they're coming from, get every little opinion or perspective. No stone goes left unturned. Except for this case, I don't know what else to tell you. This person's getting bad. I wouldn't say I hate dogs because hatred is reserved for things I'm morally opposed to. I wish nothing but the best to all dogs. I would never hurt an animal, but if I went the rest of my life without meeting another dog, I'd be okay with that. My biggest problem is hygiene. It's crazy to me that people keep an animal that has no reservations about shitting or puking on the floor, and even if your dog is perfectly house trained, it's still walking around with outside feet. They don't wear shoes. So you have to wear shoes all the time inside your house or else get outside grime on your feet. Plus, dog smell is a real and seemingly unavoidable consequence. Literally every house I've ever been in with more than 30 total pounds of dog has it. They're also very loud. They scream for no reason. It's like having a permanent toddler. If your toddler took massive shits and could tear up furniture, someone walking by your house barking, another dog barking, sirens in distance barking. Plus, they always have to be touching you or jumping on you, otherwise as far into your personal space as possible. And they're oily and shit a lot, so you have dog residue on you after any amount of contact. Dogs with jobs are cool, but I just don't understand why anyone would want these animals in their home. Okay, so after hearing what this person has to say, I'm sorry, but I mean, me and you are 1v1ing in the gulag, bro. Nah, it's okay. I can understand it. I can respect it. You know, the minute this person said that they wouldn't hurt an animal, but they would fuck them, but they just don't want to have them, like, I can understand it for sure, right? Okay, so when it comes to dogs, I think they are pleasant. I like dog. I would like to have a dog. I think I would actually like to just have one. Some issues, I can see exactly where this person is coming from when it comes to having issues with the dog and its hygiene. Also them being loud. Dogs for sure will bark, and I think dogs actually prefer, if they're barking, they actually like to bark more. I think that's one thing. And also hygiene, you know, a lot of them do tend to shed. You will get mud, you will get stuff in the house, you'll get hair all over the house. So yes, I can see what this person is saying. That being said, though, like I mentioned, I like dogs, so I would want a dog. And this really just comes down to your personal preference. This person says they like dogs, but they wouldn't have one. And I feel like this also goes with kids, you know. I feel like a lot of people get the wrong idea when they say, you know, they don't want kids. That doesn't mean that they don't like kids. It just means that they wouldn't personally want one. You can like kids, but that personally doesn't mean that you would want one. And that's perfectly fine. So yeah, I would disagree with this opinion as well. But this honestly isn't too bad, and I can see where this person's coming from. Well, and there you have it, folks. That was the top 10 unpopular opinions of 2025. Hope you guys liked this video. Hope you guys had a good time. This was a lot of fun to make. It was a lot of fun to do. And cheers to 2026. This year is going to be amazing. I hope it's amazing for you guys as well. And yeah, hope you guys have a great one. See you guys always in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.